Under the dim glow of flickering fluorescent lights at a deserted gas station, Olivia and Ethan, longtime friends, found themselves in an unexpected rendezvous. The cool night air and the distant hum of passing vehicles set the stage for a unique and memorable conversation.
Ethan, isn't it surreal how life can bring us together in the most unexpected places?
Absolutely, Olivia. Who would have thought we'd meet at a gas station in the middle of the night? Life is full of surprises. What brings you here?
I was on my way home and realized I needed to refuel. How about you?
Same here. Just finishing a late-night drive. Funny how our paths crossed. Anyway, speaking of unexpected things, have you ever had a chance encounter that left a lasting impression on you? Question: what is the best way for Olivia to express her memorable chance encounter? A. Share a specific example of a chance encounter and explain why it left a lasting impression. B. Provide a general response without delving into details to keep the conversation light. C. Express uncertainty about having a memorable chance encounter to avoid singling one out.
Answer: A. Share a specific example of a chance encounter and explain why it left a lasting impression.
Explanation: the best way for Olivia to express her memorable chance encounter is to share a specific example and explain why it left a lasting impression. This approach adds depth and authenticity to the conversation, allowing Ethan to understand the significance behind the encounter. Providing a general response, option B, might not convey the emotional connection, and expressing uncertainty, option C, could hinder the warmth of the discussion.
Actually, yes. A while back, I bumped into an old friend at an art gallery. We had lost touch for years, and that unexpected meeting rekindled a meaningful friendship. It reminded me of the importance of connections.
Ethan smiled, captivated by the sentiment behind Olivia's chance encounter. Encouraged by the connection, he continued the conversation.
That sounds amazing, Olivia. Life has a way of bringing people back into our lives when we least expect it. Speaking of which, have you ever taken a spontaneous road trip that turned into a memorable adventure?
Oh, definitely. Road trips are like a canvas waiting to be painted with unexpected experiences. What about you, Ethan? Question: what is the best way for Ethan to express his memorable, spontaneous road trip? A. Share a specific example of a spontaneous road trip and explain the memorable adventures it led to. B. Provide a general response without delving into specific details to keep the conversation light. C. Express uncertainty about having a memorable, spontaneous road trip to avoid singling one out.
Answer: A. Share a specific example of a spontaneous road trip and explain the memorable adventures it led to.
Explanation. The best way for Ethan to express his memorable, spontaneous road trip is to share a specific example and explain the memorable adventures it led to. This approach adds excitement and vividness to the conversation, allowing Olivia to share in the experiences. Providing a general response, option B, might not convey the depth of the adventure. And expressing uncertainty, option C, could dampen the storytelling.
Absolutely. A few years back, some friends and I decided to take a spontaneous road trip to the coast. We ended up discovering hidden beaches, trying local delicacies, and making memories that still make me smile. It was a journey of unexpected delights.
Olivia nodded, entertained by Ethan's adventurous spirit. The conversation took a turn as Olivia asked a question inspired by their unique setting.
Ethan, what's the most unusual place you've ever found yourself in the middle of the night?
Question. What is the best way for Olivia to express her curiosity about unusual midnight experiences? A. Share a specific example of an unusual midnight experience and explain why it was memorable. B. Provide a general response without delving into specific details to keep the conversation light. C. Express uncertainty about having unusual midnight experiences to avoid singling one out.
Answer. A. Share a specific example of an unusual midnight experience and explain why it was memorable.
Explanation. The best way for Olivia to express her curiosity is to share a specific example of an unusual midnight experience and explain why it was memorable. This approach adds intrigue and personal connection to the conversation, allowing Ethan to share in the uniqueness of the experience. Providing a general response, option B, might not convey the curiosity effectively, and expressing uncertainty, option C, could limit the engagement.
I once found myself in an old bookstore during a midnight book launch. The atmosphere was magical, with authors reading passages, dim lights, and the scent of old books. It was an unexpected journey into the world of literature.
Ethan, intrigued by Olivia's story, shared a knowing smile. As Olivia and Ethan continued their conversation in the quiet ambiance of the gas station, they discovered that even the most unexpected encounters can lead to meaningful connections and shared stories. Here are 5 words and phrases related to the topic of the story.
Rendezvous. A meeting or encounter, often arranged or happening unexpectedly, reflecting the chance meeting at the gas station. Rekindled friendship. Renewing and revitalizing a friendship that had faded over time, as inspired by Olivia's chance encounter.
Canvas of experiences, a metaphorical expression depicting the potential for diverse and unexpected experiences during a road trip. Dampen the storytelling, to lessen the enthusiasm or vibrancy of storytelling, as could happen with an uncertain or vague response.
Unique setting. a distinctive and uncommon environment, such as a deserted gas station at midnight, influencing the tone and direction of the conversation.